Namaskara, Bengaluru. Good evening and guten Abend. So, first of all, my heartfelt thanks to Jan. In fact, yesterday I met him for the first time in my life, but I really so honored to meet such a high caliber person. And yesterday I was a participant, and then today he asked me to present about the circular economy. So it's a fast food kind of presentation. I made it. It's not properly done. So without much of further delay, I would get into the topic. So just to tell about myself, I lived many lives. When I say many lives, I lived most of my professional life in Europe. Spent half of my career in Germany, and then Switzerland, Croatia, Nordics, and then Southern Europe. So when I look at the counselor and then also the different business partners coming from the Europe, so I'm so elated to see that the days are gone. Like we go there to fish out, but rather than they are coming here to fish from the market like India. So before getting into the topic, so we are a energy company from day one. So unlike the other software companies, I'm going to talk about high capital intensive business. So far we have seen a lot of cybersecurity, AI, and what else? The SaaS, and then the different non-capital intensive, rather I would say the knowledge-powered business models in the past 1.5 days. But what we are in is a high capital-intensive business. And we started our journey with a smart meter conversion. When I say smart meter, there was an ask from BESCOM where they want to convert all the analog-based meters into digital meters. So this was our first journey, and unlike other private companies, our core business, or I would say majority of our business, comes from B2G segment. So we are one of the private players who closely work with government. So that's the reason we are into a lot of energy related topics, and also we are proud to say that we are the first company, probably the non-funded company, to get into the LFP cell manufacturing in our own Bangalore. So from the smart meter, we went to the BSS. Again, this was also an ask from the government of Karnataka. So there was a solar project going on in Pavagada, probably some of you might know. And for that, we were asked to develop 1 megawatt capacity, and then slowly we increased into 5 megawatt, and now we have an order for 100 megawatt. So when you get orders to fulfill this energy storage, so you need the engine. So for the electric vehicle, the key engine is the cells. So our business is developed in a way that based on the government need and based on the end user and the economic need, we got into this. So now we are in the process of completing our pilot facility in Malur. It's a village, small village in Kolar district, and we started with 5 megawatt pilot plant, and now we are in the process of converting this pilot plant into an open source lab. You could see the this one, the snippet from magazine. So he's our founder and then the managing director, Mr. Chandrakant. I see the another Chandrakant here. So yesterday I was a bit surprised. How come Chandra is here without telling me? So I see a lot of similarities between you both. So he's an enterprising guy, and so he's actively involved in a lot of policy making things, like he's part of Niti Aayog, and he's into a lot of energy related things. So his idea is to open up this open source lab to facilitate the LFP cell manufacturing in India, especially in Karnataka. And yeah, this is our future gigawatt plant coming up in Malur. So first we wanted to start with pilot production, and then that will be considered as a customer qualification plant. And then already we are sending our samples, the made in India, the real exclusive made in India cells. So earlier you had to depend on China. So coming on to the circular economy, I would say that we are in the process of reducing the dependency on the imports. So it's a critical mineral, and then the reason we chose LFP is this is safe, and then also it doesn't have the costly minerals like the cobalt or nickel or the high value minerals. So with a lot of abundance of iron, and then the only thing we import is lithium. So that too, if we have some good find in India, then we could be able to make it 100% localized. So right now we are close to 75%, including the machinery we make in India, or we get the vendors from India. And then, yeah, these are the two cells we are manufacturing it in our plant. One is the pouch cell, which is commonly used in our mobile phones. This is a 30 Ah LFP cell, and then another one is the 15 Ah cylindrical cell. Both are tested and then supplied to a lot of battery pack vendors, and then also a lot of two-wheeler and three-wheeler companies. And then at one point of time, we realized that, okay, why don't we get into the captive business? So then we started building our own battery pack facility. So this is the roadmap of our LFP cell manufacturing. The current challenge in LFP is the power density. See, unlike the NMC, I don't want to get too much detail into the chemistry and then the cell parameters. The general myth is Tesla runs faster. The reason is they are using NCA and NMC. So the nature of the cell used in the Tesla vehicle is a high power vehicle where you can get instantaneous power. Wherein the three-wheeler auto or the two-wheeler, you cannot run with that fast because that is used with the LFP cell. So now we are in the process of improving the power density. So our horizon is by 2027, we will have the high power and high dense LFP cells for the unbelievable cost which will be made in India. And also we are into, when I say the cells need to be consumed, so we develop the battery packs, and so by this way we get into the circular economy. And then, the last one is we wanted to get into the marine ecosystem, because the marine and the maritime is the highly polluted industry in the world. And then the IMO have already declared that by 2030, all the vessels should be electrified, or that should be green. So there is our target, and then right now we are working on a prototype. So this is the real one getting developed, made in India, and then this is for our own fishermen, and then also for our own seashore. So just to address the theme, so we are not completely into the circular economy. So now we have completed 3/4 of the circle. So we produce the cells, we use the cells in the pack, and then we put it into the vehicle. It could be a marine or it could be a three-wheeler. And then once the cell life is deteriorating beyond 80% or 70%, that will be repurposed into an inverter or a telecom battery pack. So I think I'm on time. So thank you so much. I need to really rush the slides, and I hope I covered all the key topics, and I'm looking forward to collaborate with potential partners who want to use our cells or our technology. And then you don't have to look for someone outside India. So there is a company, Make in India, and then even we are looking for some partners from Europe who are interested in getting the India-made cells to test and use in their mobility or in the marine segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you. Please.